Vanakkam, Namaste, Swagatam. Happy to see you here. In this video, we are going to discuss about planning. I'm sure you are the guy who plans. That is why you could do all these programs as you planned. So this is not going to be a very big deal. Let us see the bigger topics which we will be discussing in this sector. The first one we are going to discuss is why do we need to understand about planning? Second, the different zones of planning. Third, the action plan. So why do we need to understand planning? First, when a person has planning in his life or her life, then the speed breakers of life will be lesser. That is what is speed bees. What is speed break? You will have a smooth journey if you have proper planning, because you will plan ahead and you will know that the speed breaker is there. Therefore, you need to change the gears and you slow down the vehicle and slow down the speed of the vehicle, and then your journey will be as smooth as possible, where the people, those who are in the car with you, will not even know that the speed breaker came. Whereas there are few people, those who don't even know what is speed breaker and they don't plan ahead, and they go in the same fifth gear and sixth gear and they will get thrown out of their comfortableness. So this is what is called as speed breakers. This happens in all sectors. We will be seeing when we discuss about the different zones of planning. And the second one is the dangerous one. Let us pray that we should not have such a thing. Is called breakdown. The entire journey will get stuck somewhere without any help, where the car will get break down because of not proper planning and not proper maintenance. So even in life, such moments will happen if you don't plan properly. So if you plan properly, you will not have speed breakers and you will not have breakdowns. The second thing is called distraction. If you plan properly, you will have lesser distraction. What is distraction? You want to go somewhere and you want to do something, but you don't do that. You end up somewhere else because of attractions on your way. And if you have proper planning, then the distractions will not happen and you will live what you want to live. It can be philosophical, it can be psychological, it can be intellectual, it can be physical. Physical, as such, you planned something for your family and something else popped out and you got attracted by that work and you started doing that work and you took up responsibility in your office and you spoiled the day in the family. Possible. I know one family who plan ahead in such a way that their calendar is filled with movies, hotels, tours, travels, eating together, having family games. Everything is written in the diary. So the entire family knows Friday night what they will do. They even started writing their meals. Thursday morning, what food I will get. So they get prepared for it. So they get, excited because, hey, tomorrow is this. So tomorrow I'm going to do this. So everything is clean for the entire family. And when such a planning is there, the execution will be much, much easier. There will not be a question every time. What next? This week? This kind of a confusion itself is not be there. So this will reduce so much of distraction. Then comes the time savingness. See, there are people, those who are living happily without planning. See, there are people, those who are also living same like us without planning. Then why should we plan? Simple. They don't save time. You save time. Time is the only thing in this world which doesn't come back. Money may come and go, but not the time. So you need to understand the beauty of time. If you plan properly, you will get so much of time in your life to do so many other things which you wish to do. So planning will give you so much of time. It saves time. So we need to plan. Now, the different zones. The first zone is finance. We all know, right? Finance, money, everything runs around money. So I'm categorizing money or financial security into two categories. One is a need and the other one is want. Under need, all the very, very important things come. Your loan, your debt, your life insurance or medical insurance. All these things are must at any cost. Every individual should look into it, right? So if you have loan, then loan should be the first priority to close it. If you have life insurance, if you have medical insurance, your life will be a little bit of, safer. Whereas if you don't plan for medical insurance, what happens is suddenly you will see a big number in front of you and it will literally collapse your comfort zone. So if that should not happen, then you need to work on the basic needs. And this is financial security. The second one is wants. We all have desires, right? And even sometimes that desire looks so like a need, but still that also counts. Like owning our own house or education for our children or for our own self, or even any other needs or wants, whichever we want, like a car or a luxury or a tour or anything. Only when you plan based on these zones, you will have much clarity. You will have a better execution in your life. Professional security. Professional zone is also need to be planned. Many people think that once I get a job, then what? Until and unless I face a problem in my office, I'm not going to think ahead. Until and unless I am not going to be cornered by anybody in the office, I'm not going to think about what next. My business is going smooth. Why should I think about next? There's nothing else to think. I'll just think about the deadlines and delivery. That's all. No, it's much bigger than that. I'm going to divide the entire professional security into 2 dimensions. The first dimension is a focal. What is focal? Focal is one. You just focus on what is in front of you and only that and nothing else. You forget everything but the one. And that one is where you are working now or what business you do now. And in that area, in that sector, in that domain, you need to go as deep as possible and you need to have sub goals within the focal profession. And the second dimension is peripheral. You should not invest or you should not put all your effort in one domain. You should also have a peripheral view of interrelationship or jumping or collaborating in the future maybe. Or maybe it can be your passion based. So you need to have a bigger picture also simultaneously so that you can understand what are all the other things I can work on, what are all the other domains which is related to this, which I need to understand, which I need to do course on it, or whichever I need to learn. So many dimensions, right? So focal approach and peripheral approach of planning we need to do. What to plan about family? There are so many things. Timeline. We need to understand the timeline of our family members. So, our grandmother is getting old. Our mother wants this. If I give this in next 5 years, she can enjoy. After 10 years, my father can't enjoy this. So better I need to plan for my father now, or my wife, my child, or my husband, my in-laws. All these dimensions we need to plan based on the timeline. So that when we plan correctly, then all the fun will not be ruined. The second dimension is comfortable future. So it is not only about others, but also about our own future. So in that sense, as a family, what kind of a comfortable future I want to take in the future, we need to plan, and based on that, I need to work on. The last is self, individual. As a person, what is my passion? As an individual, forget everything else. As a person, I like music. I never learned music. I am very much crazy about the bike, but I never got an opportunity to do a long drive. Anything it could be. A small, simple thing. I want to learn jewelry making. I'm so interested to explore the world of cooking. But all these passions will not be possible until and unless you don't plan all the other zones properly. If you don't properly plan other zones and execute, this self sector will be the first one to get sacrificed. And health, obviously, right? That is the last preference we put when we enter into our planning. And when we don't do all these things properly, it's going to cost so much for us. Now, how to do that? What are all the action plans? First, we need to understand the power of planning. I'm not going to discuss about execution. Let's not do a big deal here. We are here focusing on the things we need to understand about our own self, right? This is not a personality development program. It is self-exploring mechanism program. So we need to understand what are all our plans, what are all our passions, and etc. So here we need to list out all our plans based on all these sectors. And once we list out all these things, the next thing what we need to do is we need to convey this to our partner. Our life partner should know our plans. Our life partner should know what do we think. And only when you share, you will also get to know her or his plans. So then comes the closeness. Intimacy can't be born, in one night from the sky. No, right? Intimacy happens through so many levels of discussions and so many levels of interactions and explorations. So until and unless you yourself don't know you, how will you make her or him to understand you? So first list out and then share all your plans to your life partner. Thank you for listening. Comment below what you feel and which part you liked very much. And is there anything else in your mind which you think that a self-exploration mechanism should include? Comment below. Thank you.